It's really good to see so many people here. You might wonder why it's called Clyne Chapel. It's a church in Wales, but the name is Clyne Chapel. And it was built in 1907, so it's not very old. It might look very old, but it's not very old. It's 1907, and we're all very proud of it. And Graham Vivian, who lived in Clyne Castle, on the estate, just up the hill there, paid for this wonderful building. The organ was first installed in 1911, and it wasn't there, it was on the wall over there. And it was quite a big instrument. It was, we think, purchased from the Royal Brighton Pavilion. So it's our link with royalty. I played that instrument over there when I first came to Swansea back in 74. And it still had the old pump. You know, in case the electrics failed, there was a pump. Luckily it was okay, it worked. The vicar at the time was Bishop Tony Pierce. And the church in the 1970s was very successful. So much so that Bishop Tony said, we want some more chairs. Les, we're going to have to move the organ from there. We're going to put chairs there, and we're going to squash the organ right at the back of the church. That was in 1979. But of course there was no room to shift it whole scale, because it was quite a big instrument. So we redesigned the instrument as an extension organ, so that the pipes were reused at different pitches. And there was no room at the back for the usual swell box to control the dynamic level of the music. So it was a bit of a problem, but the sound worked. And people got used to the instrument and the open sound and so on. And it was built by Percy Daniels for us from Clevedon in 1979. And Tony Pierce was very pleased because it meant he could have another dozen chairs over there. So it worked. But of course, like all good things, it started creating faults. The organ, you know, is really, really complicated, as you can imagine. And we had several faults there. It wasn't totally satisfactory. And then on one Sunday morning, and it was very warm, and I was sat at the organ, and a few people were sat at the side. We said, what on earth is happening? We had little droplets of honey coming down from the roof, because it was so hot. The wax had melted, and the honey started pouring down on top of us. And you can imagine the consternation with that. We also had major problems with dampness. So in the 1980s, Percy Daniels added, I think it's silicon gel, something that would absorb moisture. But that wasn't very successful, I'm afraid. The wall at the back, the west wall, was very damp. It still is a little bit damp, I think. By 2018, the present vicar, Archdeacon Jonathan Davis, in collaboration with Dr. Wynne, who was the organist here, decided that they would rebuild it. They would shift it from the back to the side. We would have the console detached so that the organist could hear the sound quality. You're not sort of sitting on top of the pipes. And the organ in 1979 cost around about £6,000. This organ cost £48,000. The cost, of course, is on the man hours, because it's very expensive with the building and the checking of the instruments and so on. So we've got a really, really good instrument there now. I'm not very happy with one aspect. We've got a trumpet rank there, but it's proving a little bit difficult to keep it in tune. But I'm going to use part of the trumpet pipes, and I'll try and use the ones that are all in tune. But I think Rodney Briscoe, who built the organ for us in 2018, said there are bound to be some teething problems and the organ will eventually settle down. Another problem we've got still ongoing here is that the church can be not damp, but the humidity is quite high. It should be, I think, around about 50 to 60 degrees of humidity. And I've got a little gadget there that tells me it's usually about 70 or 80 in the church. So it means that the organ suffers a little bit from very high humidity. Having said that, I think it's a very successful instrument, and I'm keeping my eye on that little hygrometer to let me know when it gets too damp in the atmosphere. All what I've said, and a lot more, is in the little booklet, which I've written for the parish, Organs at Clyne Chapel from 1911. It's in colour, and it costs £2, and they're on the old organ seat at the back there. So please buy them. Where you've got all the stops there. Now some of these, rank A and rank B, are what I call my royal pipes, because these are from the original organ, 1911, which we think, we're pretty sure came from the Royal Caribbean. Henry and I were on holiday in Brighton, a long time ago now, and we had a little tour, and the guide started talking about the various organs that they had. Oh, this is interesting. And then she said, and there's one organ, we don't know where it is. I said, I know where it is. It's in Clyne Chapel in Swansea. At least it was a cut-down version, because some of the pipes there were number 2 pipes. They had 2 stamped on them, which indicated that there was a number 1 rank, but number 1 rank was missing. So it was a cut-down version. So it was ranks A and B. You would hear those. Now the rebuild 2018-2019, the organ was showing its age and in need of restoration. W.A. Boggis of Dis in Norfolk were commissioned, and it cost an astonishing £48,000. The organ retains the extension principle of the organ, and that from 1979, and expression. So of course you could open and close the little shutters inside the case there to make it louder, to make it softer, and so on. On the page we've got just the 5 ranks. So it's a very small instrument, and only got 352 pipes. Not an awful lot. But I must say the design is so good that when we had big congregations over Christmas, the organ was able to cope with all the wonderful singing, especially for the Christmas carols. So the design is good from that point of view. So ranks A and B are from the Kirtland organ, rank C the solitional, and rank D the repeating mixture. They're from the rebuild. Sorry, the solitional is new, and the trumpet is from the rebuild. You can see lots of technical details there, but just to mention that the oak panel in there came from the Clyne estate, so a real link with the past. When we had the new organ in 1979, we discarded the front part, and it was stuck rather unceremoniously onto the wall there. But luckily it was kept, because it local interest, obviously, with the local oak from the Clyne estate. Well, when the rebuild was done in 2018, they decided that it would be really good to use the original cover there, and that's what we've got. The pipes have been resprayed, re-lacquered in gold, so I think it looks very good. Major advantages, as I've said, the ability to control the output of the instrument. The console can be moved, although personally I'd be very reluctant to move it in case anything went wrong. And we've also got a little gadget inside the organ that will record you. So you can press a little button, you play the music, press another button, and it plays it back to you. So you can hear all your mistakes. So it's quite a good modern invention there, I think. So what I thought we'd do, I'll play these pieces, starting with the 3 fugues. After that, then we're going to have a cup of tea or coffee, and you'll be very free, if you want to go up and try the instrument. Doesn't matter what you play, but you'll be very welcome. Right, let's have a listen to Master Paddleback.